I want to make a review of a Takras game, but where to start? Rune Age, Descent, Runebound, Battle Lore, Descent, Rune Wars. Want everything! Review all the games!
Hello.
Let's see, 10. Oh, 10. Aha. It's getting late. I need to shave soon or else, yeah. So, all these Takras games in one session was a great idea. Okay. Anyway, this is Descent. This is a dungeon crawler, and that means you have a bunch of heroes going down dungeons or doing stuff and fighting monsters. And in this scenario, or in this case, you have an Overlord, an evil player who's trying to stop all the hero players from doing whatever they want to do. But first I need to build the map, and, well, I'm starting to get some tiles, so let's see. Welcome to Takras Reviews, the Descent edition. Well, the second edition. Okay, that sounds silly. Anyway, this episode is about Descent, the second edition. Yeah, it's correct now. So, in this game, you are either heroes trying to defeat the Overlord, or you are the Overlord trying to defeat the heroes. Well, not to defeat the heroes, but you want to complete your objective for the mission. And this is just one of those missions. It's one of the campaigns, or scenarios in the campaign book. And every scenario is different. You have different goals in each scenario, and that is kind of neat. But usually the thing is, you have to be you have to be fast, and complete the goal before your opponent does. But in this game, every hero is on the same team, of course. And the Overlord player here, he's plays the monsters. He's trying to stop the heroes from achieving their goal. What you see here is just base game components. You see here, this is just leftovers from all the expansions I have. But there are some figures here, this and this and this, that are not from the base game. No, they are actually sold separately. In the base game, they are represented as cardboard tokens. Buy cardboard tokens. And if you buy some expansion packs, sold separately, you can get the figures as well. And along with some cards that will help you do some variety in each campaign. But this is just one of the scenarios, I said. And the goal of the heroes is to complete the objectives that is in this particular scenario. And the Overlord has the opposite objective, either stopping the heroes or doing something else before they manage to do their stuff. So these heroes will try to crawl through this dungeon here, while the opponent tries to do something else and stopping these heroes from doing that. So they both have different objectives and they want to stop each other, but who gets there first? And usually that is the case of each scenario in this game, who does it first. Each hero player has the hero sheet here, with some attributes and some special abilities, and they start with their own cards depending on what class they have. And the class is also dependent on the icon here. So you see, each hero has some different icons, and you can even have more heroes with the same icons, just different classes. So they're very different to play from each game to game. The Overlord player gets to choose between these characters here, or creatures, and they have some cards to play with as well, just to make it harder for the heroes. The actions for heroes and monsters are the same. So here, this turn summary tells exactly what you can do, and this also applies to monsters. There are some abilities, of course, which are not applicable to monsters, but okay. Let's say I want to move. Just look at my move sheet here, this figure here. I can then move 4 spaces. And doing a move action is just activating a move. So now he has 4 movement points to use. So I can do 1, 2, and actually I can stop and do a different action, and then continue with my movement afterwards. So that is quite nice. So you can move and attack and then move further. Every turn you have 2 actions to do, so you have to choose wisely. So if you want to move, you can attack on the way and then move again. So it's quite nice in that way. Other things you can do is just attack. Attacking is very easy. Just look at your weapon. You have the icon here or here. It tells you if it's ranged or melee. If it's ranged, I can attack from this distance here. If not, I have to be adjacent to him. But right now I am ranged, so I can attack. The card tells me what kind of dice I use. So right now I use a blue and a yellow dice. And I just roll those to attack. Oh, so the blue dice has a miss. So I just missed the entire attack. But let's say I roll something else. Oh, haha. Let's say I roll this. I have then a range counter. So the range right now is 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 range. And the numbers here, they represent the range. Right now I have 3 range. So that doesn't really help. But the lightning here might help me, because the lightning on the card is a special ability. It adds 1 range. So I will spend the lightning to add a range, and I have 4 range. The hearts indicate how much damage I do, or can do. The defender rolls his defense die, depending on his stats. And in this case, he has a brown and a grey die. The brown is the worst, the grey is the middle, and black is best. So he rolls. For each shield icon, I just ignore a damage. So I ignore 2 of the 3 damages done. So he gets 1 wound. And I just mark that with a wound icon. But the Overlord doesn't just sit idly by. No, he has some Overlord cards at his disposal. These cards will allow him to cheat in the game, or to bend the rules in his favor. It says here when you play it and what the effect is. And each card are very different. These are just the basics cards, not from the base game though. And of course he doesn't have all the cards available at all times. No, he shuffles this and just draw a set number of cards given on the scenario and players. And he has to spend them wisely. Because once it's spent, it's spent. And if he doesn't have any cards on his hand, well, he doesn't have any cards on his hand. Well, actually, now you kind of know how to play the game. There isn't much more to it than that, but the core of the game is the campaign mode. So I really do enjoy this game. It is one of my favorite dungeon crawler games of all time, basically. It's fun to play, it's easy to get into, and well, the scenarios are very interesting as well. Once you play the campaign once, you might play it once more and try something else, and because the campaign has different arcs or paths you can choose. So you get more scenarios each round, or the next round you get new scenarios maybe. So it does have a replayability value, but you really want to expand after a while. Because once you play the first mission once or twice and the third and fourth time, it doesn't really become better, you know. So you want to expand the game. So of course, Fantasy Flight Games has a lot of expansions for this game, like the Lieutenant packs. I mostly buy them for the figure, but you get some cards as well. But the thing is, the cards I get for this Splig figure here, I can choose to use them for a scenario, or a campaign, an entire campaign, use one deck. So right now I have, I don't know, 10 Lieutenant packs, and I have 10 of these decks to choose from. That means I have to play at least 10 campaigns just to try them out. So it's not like you're going to do that, no. So if you want the Lieutenant packs for the cards, buy 1 or 2. You don't need more than that. If you want the figures, well, you know the answer to that. The game is very simple to play and easy to learn, but each scenario introduces unique rules just for that scenario, and you have to follow those rules, and every time you play the new scenario, the rules change, and this provides a refreshing feeling for each scenario and each time you play this game. And of course you have a lot of things that can happen to you, like you get afflictions, which are bad, very bad, and you get loot, which are very good. You can upgrade your character with great items, and you have different loot, like Cursed Doll, not so good, or you can get nothing, not so good either. But everything you want is here for a dungeon crawler, and when you're done with the scenario, each player gets experience points that they can use to upgrade their cards, or just save it for later to buy the more expensive cards. Also, the Overlord gets experience points, and he can use it to buy more expensive and better Overlord cards, which are mean to the players, of course. So all of you get a sense of progression, and you build up your character / Overlord, and everything just becomes stronger and stronger and better, and it is a nice experience. So this is definitely 2 thumbs up for me, or 1 thumb if I don't know. So thank you for watching. I hope I see you again in the next episode of Takras Reviews. See you then.